Hello, my wonderful math children. Today we are going to get into multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. Now, I know adding and subtracting fractions and mixed numbers may have been a lot and may have been confusing and may have been frustrating. And if that is the case, know that we're going to go over all of this stuff when I get back as well, so I can help you more when I'm back in person. I just am not able to be there now, and so I am just kind of having to go through this. If you are able to find resources that are helpful, please do. Khan Academy has really good resources. You can try talking with your parents, see if they can help you with fractions. You can find other videos on YouTube. There's lots of things, hopefully, that can help you. But I will be back next week and we'll be able to help you then. But for now, let's get into something that I think is a little bit easier: multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. All right, so what I like about multiplying fractions and mixed numbers, just fractions to start with. Let's say I have something like 1/3 times 2/5. Okay, 1/3 times 2/5. What's nice about multiplying is I don't need to have common denominators. My bottom numbers do not need to be the same. I don't need to change anything about these numbers. All I need to do is multiply straight across. Top number, multiply by my other top number. Bottom number, multiply by my other bottom number. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 5 is 15. And there's my answer. I just multiply right across, top and top, bottom and bottom. That gives me my answer. It really is as easy as that, which is nice. It's nice to know that I don't have to get any kind of confusing situations. I can just multiply straight across. Now, because we are in 7th grade and because we multiply and we simplify our numbers, I want to spend most of our time today talking about this butterfly method of multiplication. Okay, so you don't have to use this. If you want to simplify after everything's said and done, you can do that. This way that I'm going to teach you is going to simplify before you even do any kind of multiplying. Okay, so let's say I had 2/3 times 3/4. Okay, 2/3 times 3/4. Now, what the butterfly method does is I want to look at my opposite corners here. I want to look at my opposite corners. And I want to say, all right, in those opposite corners, can I simplify anything? Can I simplify? So let's back up. Let's just go with this yellow, this 2 and 4. Can 2 and 4 both be divided by the same thing? Yes, it can. 2 and 4 can both be divided by 2. And so then I'm going to go through and I'm going to divide each of those numbers by 2 and write them off to the side here. So what is 2 divided by 2? Well, that's 1. So now my new value up there is going to be 1. And what is 4 divided by 2? Well, that's 2. So my new value here is going to be 2. So now when I do my multiplying, I'm going to multiply instead of this 2 here, I'm going to multiply this 1. And instead of this 4, I'm going to multiply this 2. Now I want to see, can I butterfly the other side? Can I butterfly these 3's? Well, 3 and 3, those can both be divided by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now I've simplified everything from the start, and I can multiply it all out. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. My answer is 1/2. So this method is really good because it helps me to not have to do any math after I solve. I do all my simplifying before, and I don't have to worry about dividing fractions or any of that. I simplify before I multiply, and then I can multiply, and it works out really well. If I were to do that the other way, and multiply it out like normal. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12. 6 and 12 can both be divided by 2. That is 3 and 6. 3 and 6 can both be divided by 3. That is 1 and 2. It gives me the same answer. I just don't have to do any of this work. I do it all at the beginning here, and then that makes it a little simpler for me. This is a good one to practice. It's good to practice simplifying beforehand. Again, you don't have to do it, but it does make simplifying a lot easier. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try another butterfly method. Let's say I have 7/8 times 5/14. All right, let's look and see what kind of butterfly here. Well, 7 and 14. Can 7 and 14 be divided by the same thing? Yes, they can both be divided by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 14 divided by 7 is 2. All right, let's look over here. 8 and 5. Can 8 and 5 be divided by the same thing? No, 8 and 5 cannot be divided by the same thing, so I'm going to keep them just the way they are. Then I'm going to multiply out. 1 times 5 is 5. 8 times 2 is 16. And there is my answer. For this kind of problem, it's a lot easier to simplify first, because instead of doing 7/8 times 5/14, all right, 7 times 5, well, that's 35. 8 times 14, okay, well, now I got to write that out. 14 and 8, 32. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, 112. Now, can 112 and 35 be divided by the same thing? I don't know. I mean, they can. I know they can. But if I simplify first, I do a lot easier of math, and I can get to my simplified version before I have to try and do division of seeing what 35 and 112 can both be simplified by. All right. Now, enough about butterflies. Let's talk mixed numbers. All right. When I am multiplying mixed numbers, Mrs. Sankey is here right now, just eating ice cream and dropping ice cream right in front of my face. Everybody say, hi, Mrs. Sankey. Share some ice cream, please. All right, so instead, all right, getting back to mixed numbers. Getting thrown off here by ice cream. All right, if I have something like 2 and 1/4 times 1 and 1/3. 2 and 1/4 times 1 and 1/3. What I want to do is make each of these mixed numbers into improper fractions before I do anything else. I want to make these into improper fractions before I multiply. It's going to make multiplying a lot easier. So remember, making these into improper fractions, we did this last chapter. We take our denominator, times it by our whole number, and add it to our numerator. So 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9/4. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4/3. And then I can multiply this out. So, really quick, can I butterfly this? Can I butterfly one set of corners, both sets of corners, or no sets of corners? I can butterfly both sets of corners. 4 and 4, those can both be divided by 4. That gives me 1 and 1. 9 and 3, those can both be divided by 3. That gives me 3 and 1. Now I multiply out. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. 3/1 is the same thing as 3, which would be my answer. All right. Anytime I have mixed numbers, what do I need to do? Yes, I need to make them into improper fractions, and then I can multiply them out. All right. Good luck. Solve this one for me before you go. Let me know the answer in your comment, and I will see you all later. All right, we have 3 4/5 times 10 over 16. Good luck.